So unless you're a content creator that makes money from making videos or any kind of content, buying equipment and choosing the right equipment can be a bit difficult. I mean, sure, yeah, if you've got money to burn, then you can just go ahead and buy the best of the best, a Shure SM7B and, all the works. But if you're wanting equipment to just get started and you need a microphone, then this one right here that I'm using is definitely one that I can recommend. And I'll be quite surprised if you've not heard of it already. This right here is the Aikio, A Aokio, Aokio, Oikio, Iokio. I don't know. Whatever it's called, it's the AK60. It's actually a very popular option. I got recommended by another YouTuber to get this one just to get started. And to be honest, I've been using this microphone now for 2 years, maybe even longer. And it's so good, especially for the money, that I went ahead and bought another one. So this is another one right here. And the reason for it is I obviously have this set up to record these kinds of videos, but then I also want one of these microphones to use on my PC as a streaming microphone as well. And up until now, I've just been taking this microphone and keep moving it back and forth, and it's super annoying. And if this microphone was to cost anywhere near like $200 or more, then sure, I wouldn't even be considering buying another one because that is just throwing money down the drain. But these microphones, you can get them from anywhere from $35 to like $50. It just depends on what accessories comes with it. But I've got another one here. This one I paid 35 British pounds for, so about $40 ish. And we're going to take a look at what we get with it. Now, at the moment, you are listening to this microphone after I have done some fine tuning, so it will sound better right now than what it does when you first plug it in. There's a little bit of tweaking to do to get it to sound like this, and you can set this microphone up to sound however you'd like it to be. It's got a very wide dynamic range, and also it can pick up sounds from so far away as well. So making use of like compressors and expanders, and also using like a background removal tool as well to get rid of any noises in the background. But yeah, I think this is a great microphone, especially for the money, and it allows me to have two of these, which just makes my life a little bit easier. Straight in the box, whoops, we get one of these. This would be really useful if you're planning on using this microphone for any vocals or music of some sort, or I don't know what else you'd use this for, but I don't need this, but it comes with one anyway. Also, it does come with a pop filter, but this one that it comes with isn't great. It's not very dense, but you can just get a different type. There is another type that you can get on Amazon, which is much more dense, and it's a much better pop filter than this one. This one is pretty trash, to be honest. But for a lot of the time, I've used this microphone without any pop filter at all. And although it's not the best, it works perfectly fine for what I need it to be anyway. I mean, if you were really trying to get this to sound studio quality, then you could, and you could put a much better filter on here and fine tune the filters and things, use some software to really dial this in and make it sound how you want it to. It also does come with the clamp as well, so you'll screw this onto your boom arm, and then this is just a clamp, so you squeeze this and then slide the microphone in there, just like this here. It does come with a desk mount, so this is just a clamp. Pretty standard stuff, but these clamps are actually really, really nice. So they don't kind of lock in place, so there isn't like a screw that you put in the back to lock it in position. It's got kind of like a rubber damper inside there, so it keeps it nice and secure, but it also still allows you to move it around a little bit, which is what I really like. Obviously, it comes with a cable. It's a really nice length, this one, but obviously for this microphone right here, I am using a much, much longer cable. So I bought an extra cable from Amazon. So the cable I'm using with this one is a Ugreen cable. It's much longer. I forget how long it is, but it's very, very long. It's probably about 5 meters or something like that. And this one is about maybe 2 or 3 meters long. So this is usually plenty, but obviously it's a pretty standard kind of cable, so you can get these from anywhere. It doesn't use USB Type-C, but it's not necessary anyway, so I don't think the fact that it doesn't have USB-C should be any reason not to get it. because there are USB-C mics out there that I've tested, such as the Rode NT Mini, which is a USB-C microphone and from a very well-known brand, Rode. And that microphone didn't even come close to this one. It was just not as good. There was a little issue I had with it as well, where my voice would like cut in and out. And that's without me kind of having any software on it or anything. This microphone is just, yes, it's very sensitive. So if I was to disable all of the filters on this thing so that you just hear the raw sound coming in, it wouldn't be very pleasant, but it has so much dynamic range that it just picks up absolutely everything. And you can then take that and pick and choose what you want it to be picking up and what you want it to be doing with that audio. Those come with some straps, obviously, for a bit of cable management, which are really handy. Come on. And then it does have, obviously, the boom arm itself. Now, I've got to say, these things are not the best. They're a little bit on the flimsy side, but they work pretty well. I mean, I've been using one of these now for, like I said, nearly 2 years or more. And, you know, I've not had any major issues with it. You know, it's very adjustable. You can get it in the right spot. It's just nothing special. It just does the job, but you might want to go ahead and pick up maybe a better quality one after a little bit of time. I mean, try it out with this first and see how you get on, because you might be just like me and it's absolutely fine. But making an investment on a better boom arm would be, or mic stand or mic arm or whatever you want to call it, might be worth it. But I'm not here to show off or make my setup look like I have all the best and the greatest, or make it look like I've got a lot of money, because I don't. You know, I'm someone that wants to get the best value for money as well, because I don't believe you should just go out and spend tons of money on something just because everybody else uses it. And I'm not saying that the Shure SM7Bs aren't good, because they are. They are the best of the best. They are probably the best that money can buy when it comes to streaming, gaming, and all those kinds of things, and probably making YouTube videos as well. It's just when you don't have that kind of money available, it's not really worth it. So, but yeah, and then we just get the mic itself. So it's just this little thing, little pod mic, and it does have USB-B, I think it's called. So it's just got that kind of square printer looking. I think you use it for like copiers and printers and fax machines. So it's the same kind of interface. And then it's also got a headphone jack as well. So this headphone jack is actually quite special. So there's a lot of things that you can do with it, and I'm going to tell you a few. So one thing obviously is to have mic monitoring, so you can listen to exactly what's going into the microphone and it will play it back in real time with 0 latency. And that's very important, because if there's any latency, then you can end up tripping over your words because you are hearing yourself after you've spoken. But this is a 0 latency headphone jack, so you will literally hear your voice as it's coming out of your mouth. And I think that's really, really good as well. It works really, really well. But a couple of other things that you can use this for is this is actually an audio out for your PC. So when you connect it to your PC, you'll have a new audio out, and you can connect this to headphones and speakers just to listen to PC audio. So your game audio and everything else, which is also really handy. And you know what? The sound that comes out of it is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. So unless you've already got some other audio solution for your gaming and what you listen to, then you can just go ahead and plug your headset right into this. As long as it's 3.5 millimeter, and it will be the best you can get, really, without needing any other kind of mixers or anything like that. The thing about this microphone that's different to every other microphone is it doesn't have its own kind of like software. It doesn't have its own background echo removal or anything like that, or any filters. So you can adjust the gain in Windows, in the Windows settings, but and this manual will tell you all about it. But obviously, if you want to add any filters, any compressors, expanders, or anything, you're going to have to download something else. Now, luckily, I just use everything through OBS, so you could use OBS on its own, even if you're not recording any video. If it's just for audio, you don't even have to be recording. You can just run it through it. So If you want me to do a tutorial on that one, I'll go ahead and make that. So let me know in the comments and give this video a like. Let me know that you're interested in seeing that, and I'll put that out. But it runs through OBS, and then you can have something called an audio monitor, and that will redirect the same audio and you can send it wherever you like. So I'm managing just fine with it. Obviously, it would be preferable to have some software dedicated for this, but since I'm running OBS anyway, just for all my gaming content and everything else, it just makes perfect sense to run it through there and then use the audio monitor to send it where I need it to go. But that's it. That's pretty much what you get in the box. You don't get anything else. I'm going to throw the manual back in here because I don't need that, because I pretty much know what I'm doing with it. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in here because I don't need that. I don't need the warranty card as well. I have never had a single issue with this microphone in the 2 years that I've been using it. So it does come with a warranty, but you're not going to need it. Pop filter, I do have another one of these better ones as well, so I'm not really going to bother with that. It is just a very, very cheap one. The accessories that you get with this thing are very, very basic, but you know, they're great to get you started, but you're going to want to upgrade them over time. You've had to listen to this microphone already throughout this video. It's literally the exact same microphone. So you know what it can sound like, and you can even make it sound better than this. Honestly, I just got it to the point where it wouldn't pick up any stupid background noises, and to a point where it was respectable enough. But if you spent a little bit more time, you could make this sound much, much better. I know that there's a lot of people that already have. And to be honest, when you get any microphone, no matter how good it is right out of the box, there is going to be some tweaking that you have to do to it. And I think this is just a great canvas to start. But I'm going to let you have a listen to it with all the filters and the noise reduction or noise removal turned off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn all that off right now, and then you can have a listen to how it sounds right out of the box. All right, so this is what the microphone sounds like when you first plug it in, with no filters, no background noise removal, no compressors, no expanders, no gain, nothing. Just plug it in and then put it in OBS and then start recording, and this is what it sounds like. And to be honest, when I listen back on this, it might not even sound that bad, but you will be able to hear the slightest noises. You can probably hear my PC running because the fans are whirring at about 60% at the moment, and the tiniest noises, like you will be able to hear everything. I have some LED lights behind the camera there, and they've got a little bit of a high-pitched noise. You might even be able to hear that. But yeah, it's very clear. It's just does the job, and it costs peanuts. If you break it, you don't have to cry about it. And whatever you're going to be using it for, it's going to do the job. And then when you're in a position to upgrade to something a little bit more out there, like a Shure SM7B or a full-size Rode NT microphone, as they're quite a popular one as well, then you can go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and put those filters back on. But yeah, this is with the filters back on. If you do want a guide on all the filters that I've got on, I mean, by all means, I'm no expert when it comes to this kind of thing. I just do what I have to do to make these videos. But if you do want any advice from myself, then drop a comment down below. You can join our Discord server as well, and we can stay in touch in there as well. You can ask questions to me and the community, and we've got a nice friendly bunch of people in there, and the server's growing every single day, so come on over. But if you want to see more videos like this and all my other product reviews, hit subscribe down below and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. And if you want to check out and see what we're doing over on my gaming channel, I'll leave that in the description, so you're only one click away if you want to go check that out. And I do appreciate a subscribe over there if you get the chance. Throw some random comments down below and just do what you're doing. I don't know. I didn't script this video. I just sat down and started talking. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.